Welcome back. Okay, that was so creepy. But yes, it's finally Halloween. I mean, it's not Halloween. It's finally October. It's finally October. The season is changing. This is my favorite time of year. And for that reason, Halloween is one of my favorite holidays, if not my favorite, because it incorporates so many things that I love, specifically horror movies. You like the atmosphere? Oh, I even got on my "It's never too early for Halloween" shirt. Yeah. I didn't really know what to do with the background, so I just tried to make it look as Halloweeny as I... Man, that's a word I should never say. I tried to make it look as creepy as possible, which it's not really that creepy. But I've got Creature from the Black Lagoon playing in the background, so don't be distracted by that. I wasn't even planning on making a video, today at least, but I happened to acquire a little bit of a horror collection. So I happened to be checking Craigslist, as I often do at least once a week, for, specifically Nintendo games and Blu-rays. Those are kind of the two main things that I search for. And I went on there last night and typed in, movies, Blu-rays, and this guy had just posted that he is getting rid of his entire movie collection. He's apparently switching to digital. Sadly, I don't know why, more and more people seem to be kind of doing that nowadays. I don't blame them. But I have a special place in my heart for physical media, obviously. But long story short, I checked out what he had. He had close to like 400 titles on there. And a huge chunk of them, well, maybe not a huge chunk, but there were a lot of horror films in his little collection that he's selling. And it was a lot of titles that I've really been looking for, that I've been needing to pick up for a while now. So I was super pumped. I hit him up as soon as I woke up today. He said that a couple people had already come by since he had posted the listing and bought a whole bunch of stuff, like 40 plus movies. So I was starting to get worried. I was like, okay, hopefully there's still some good stuff left. So he asked me what I was interested in. I sent him a whole list of everything that I wanted, and to my surprise, it was all there. So the guy ended up not living very far from me, so I went down and picked them up, and I asked him, how come all of these really great titles are still left? You said you had some people come by and get a lot of movies, so I didn't expect all this to still be available. And he said, yeah, it was actually like a bunch of old people came through and bought all these like older titles and stuff that, I don't know, stuff I wasn't interested in, obviously. So yeah, I got my hands on all of the good stuff. Now, the title of this video is a little bit of an exaggeration. I did somewhat pick up most of his horror out of his collection. But overall, it's not a huge collection that I acquired, but it's a lot of, as I said earlier, really quality titles. So let's just jump into this. So first up, we've got Hostel. Then we have Hostel Part 2. Then we have 31 by Rob Zombie. I have not seen this, but I've heard from a few people that it's really good, and I'm excited to watch it. I heard it's a really good Halloween movie, specifically. And then in the same vein of Rob Zombie, we've got The Devil's Rejects. I still need to get House of a Thousand Corpses and 3 from Hell, which I have not seen 3 from Hell yet. But continuing on with the Rob Zombie, we have Halloween 1. A lot of people shit on this movie. I love it. I think this is one of my favorite Halloween movies, and I don't know why people hate on it so much. I really loved it. I have not seen the second one, but I now own it, so I will be watching Rob Zombie's second Halloween soon. Now, I own Friday the 13th, Part 1, that Hamilton book accidentally sent me, and then they corrected it and sent me my correct order, which was for Friday the 13th Part 3. And now I have Friday the 13th Part 2. Next up, we have Scream 5-film set. Now, it says 5-film set, but it comes with Scream 1, Scream 2, Scream 3, and then I think these last two are like documentaries, maybe? It says Still Screaming, the Ultimate Scary Movie Retrospective, and Scream, the Inside Story. Pretty cool, though. I've been wanting to buy and find these, along with the Halloween series, which I'm still hunting for some of those. The Scream films were on my list of horror films that I needed to pick up. Now, next up, this is my personal favorite Stanley Kubrick movie, and I bet it's not what you're thinking. I bet everyone out there, when I just said that, is thinking, oh, it's The Shining. No, it's Eyes Wide Shut, motherfucker. Is that focused? I love this movie. I don't know if you would necessarily call it a horror movie, but it's definitely creepy. It's definitely in that vein. It's definitely a good watch for Halloween or Christmas if you have a little bit of a darker mind like myself. And next up, we have The Fly. I think this is the one with Jeff Goldblum. I hope it is. I hope it's not some shitty remake. I don't know. I can't tell. But, really cool. Still. And then we've got Disturbia with Shia LaBeouf. Shia LaBeouf. I love this movie. I don't know what to say. I feel like it's very... I don't know if it's underrated, because I know it has a decent fan base. But I'm a part of that fan base. I really love this movie. Alright, now, these last ones are not necessarily horror, but I figured I would just talk about them anyway, because I got them. So in total, I bought 15 films from this guy, 15 Blu-rays. One ended up being a 4K that I did not expect. I'll cover that here in a second. So there were some horror movies, a few more in his collection, but I wanted to really limit myself to only buying 15. I mean, 15 is still a lot of movies. So the day after I filmed this video, I actually ended up contacting the guy again because there were a lot more movies that I really regretted not having bought the first day. And the price averaged to about $2.50 per movie. So I felt like I really needed to jump on this opportunity and grab all of these great horror movies that I've really been needing in my collection. So the movies that I got after filming this video that you will not see are the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2004 remake, Saw the Complete Movie Collection, The Conjuring 2, Final Destination 5, House of a Thousand Corpses, Donnie Darko, and then a few Quentin Tarantino movies that are not horror, but I got Kill Bill 1, Kill Bill 2, and Reservoir Dogs. But anyway, here's the non-horror. So I got Prisoners. I've heard this is really, really good. I have never seen it, but I wanted to own it and watch it, and from what everyone says about this movie, I'm sure it's worth owning on Blu-ray. Then we have Christopher Nolan, Interstellar. I love this movie. I've only seen it a couple of times though, so I'm really overdue for a rewatch. Next up, Quentin Tarantino, Jackie Brown. I think I mentioned in my Blu-ray collection video that I have never owned a single copy of Jackie Brown in any format, and now I do. So I love this movie. I don't know why it's like the one Quentin Tarantino movie that I've never owned, but now I do. And last but not least, this is a 4K release I was just talking about, and that is The Incredibles. Now, if you watched my other videos and you saw one of my, I can't remember which video it was, but I got The Incredibles 2 on Blu-ray, and I think it was the pawn shop. I'm not sure. Go back and watch my other videos. Find out. But now I own 1 and 2. I don't know why it took them so long to make number 2, but now I own number 1. I love those movies. I really loved the first one when I first saw it, and I was, I think, in like 5th or 6th grade. But anyway, that's going to wrap up tonight's video. I am going to try to make some more horror Halloween themed videos for the month of October. I'm also going to be reviewing a lot of horror movies on my podcast, Midnight at the Movies, which is linked down below. So if you want to go listen to me review and talk about movies, go check out my podcast. I just got a ton of horror movies in, so I'm so stoked. And it could not have come at a better time, a better season. So yeah, thank you for watching. Let me know down below if you love Halloween. Let me know what your favorite horror movie is. Maybe there's something that I have not seen that a lot of other people love, so let me know down below. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.